Welcome to the FreeMind Podcast. It is Wednesday, February 7th. We have Janelle Syverson, owner of the chokecherrytree.com. Let's jump right in and check out Janelle's story.
Fantastic. It's always fun when you get to play with people's food.
Absolutely. So tell us a little bit about the Choke Cherry Tree.
Well, the basic way to describe it is a gourmet specialty food store. To break that down, we do a lot of small batch artisan handmade confections and candies. We do jams, jellies, old fashioned homemade caramels, and we actually have a 100-year-old refurbished machine that wraps them. We have hand dipped chocolates, and we blend our own dark chocolate to dip everything in. And the name actually is very meaningful. It's not a funny made up name because choke cherries are a real thing. And they're not even a cherry. They're in the rose family. They're 3/4 pit. And because they're so high in vitamin C, they actually like dry your mouth out when you eat them. So it's very interesting because we actually make them taste good. And we make a bunch of different products out of choke cherries, like jelly, we do syrup, vinaigrette, drink mix, and even a barbecue sauce, along with other jams, jellies, fruit butters, fruit syrups. So old fashioned stuff. And we use, the clean ingredients that you would have found in mom's or grandma's kitchen, So that's kind of the brief overview. Yeah. We're kind of like a big extended family.
No, that's perfect. I did not actually know about the rose part there. I had known about the choke cherry, but I did not know that the definition category for it. That's fascinating. So tell a little bit about the kind of the e-commerce side of your business, and let's jump right into the automated business part. So the automated gift program.
Yeah. Food is culture. Food is connection. I mean, when's the last time you went to a family get together and didn't have something to share to eat? Even at work, you have potlucks or even put little snacks in the break room and everybody enjoys, standing around the water cooler, however it goes. And so that we're taking that to a whole new level for businesses because people do business with people they like. People work for people they like. So relationships are everything. But it's also one of the most time-consuming things to do is build and nourish those relationships. So we're automating it. We are offering that service to businesses where we track dates. They just give us the list and we send their gifts for them automatically right on time so that they get their, for employee or client birthdays, work or client, contract anniversaries. Even if you just want to do Christmas, Thanksgiving, or, hey, 4th of July gift saying, hey, we're free to go have fun because of how valuable you are to us. We just do that for businesses. And every gift that goes out, we make it all cute, put it in little gift packs and include a hand signed note. And if people really want to get right down to it and even have their face, we will put a QR code on that hand signed note with a little video message from them so that whoever gets the gift can just pop it right into their phone. And even if it's just like a 5-10 second, hey, we're thinking about you, love having you. I mean, that's what we're doing. We're building that connection into a very easy package so that it's doable. It's automated, one and done.
I think this is fantastic. I'm very behind everything you just brought up because it's one of those things that there's a engagement piece that's lacking today within the social realm, but there's ways to do it that doesn't have to be digital. How would somebody they kind of reach out through your website?
Yeah. If they go to the business part, it is business.thechokecherrytree.com. And it goes straight into like our little gift packs that we designed with businesses in mind. Or they can even just give us a call and we can set them right up too. And that number is 970-731-4951.
That's excellent. And then I see on the website here, you have different basket ideas and things like that. So they can kind of come in and there's different menu items or customizations. They can go from there. And like you said, that QR code, that's a fantastic idea. So adding that personalization, bringing the digitalization to the analog, it's blending all the worlds in a perfect, thoughtful way.
Yes. And we can be as fun or as quirky as any business wants. If they want to say straight-laced, okay, fine. But if you want to be real, we really do sell poop.
I noticed that on there. We travel to Colorado quite a bit actually, in Maine and different things like that, and the moose tracks and moose poop I get a kick out of it, and always very tasty.
I mean, because hey, if you really give a crap, yeah.
Very nice, very nice. So tell us a little bit about your story and kind of pre the choke cherry tree and how your life kind of led into this business.
Yeah, this is a very, very interesting story because the business itself actually started with a man who has been gone, 15 years now. But as a teenager, and he died in his 70s. So we're talking, this was decades ago. As a teenager, he learned how to make jams and jellies from his grandmother. And so after that, he would make everything. Every time he wanted to give somebody a gift, he would make jams and jellies. And so he actually came here to Pagosa Springs, Colorado with a fruit stand, and he started making the jams and jellies and fruit butters out of the overripes. And then he got to the point where he's selling more of that than the fruit. So he opened a little store. And then one winter, there wasn't much snow because we're 20 minutes from the most snow in Colorado and have the world's deepest hot spring in town. Town's, half a mile higher than Denver. So that's the area we're in. We're surrounded by national forest. Yeah, you don't come here if you don't like the outdoors. So he started a store and did the caramels one winter when there was no snow. So there were no skiers and he was bored. And that's when he started the caramels. And then they started dipping them in chocolate. So that's how the store actually started. A handful of years later, so like 4 or 5 years after they opened the store, I moved here and I was about 5 months pregnant. They needed help for Christmas and I was due in January. So I was hired as temporary help when I was pregnant. That child is now 19 years old, almost 20, and 6'5". Because when they discovered that I was one of the fastest caramel wrappers they had had for years, when he was first born, they actually had me take the caramels home and wrap them.
Nice.
And then when he was about 6 months old, Bill, Grandpa Bill, everybody called him Grandpa Bill. But he's like, no, we need help in the store. Just bring the kid. So he came to work in a backpack on my back. And that's how I started learning to do all the cooking. And from there, it kind of evolved. A year and a half after I'd taken over all the cooking, Bill died very quickly of a heart attack, massive heart attack. But his partner, Connie, kept it all going. So I kept working for her. And in that interim, I had become a single mother. And I knew I could not be the type of mother I wanted to be, getting paid by the hour. So she was ready to do something different. And I knew I was looking for something different. So I actually bought the business that I had worked for a little over 10 years.
Oh.
Yeah. And at the end of the year, so just in a month and a half here, that's actually makes 10 years. So I've worked here 20 years, worked for somebody 10 and then now owned it for the other half. Because that's how I could go volunteer at school. That's how my son and I could go on fun family trips and all that. So it was quite the leap. However, it served a higher purpose for me. And now that he has obviously grown and he's moved out of the house and he's doing good, started his own life. A handful of years ago, I realized that the universe had a bigger picture in mind because I still have a higher purpose. The world really needs connection right now. And as I mentioned earlier, food is connection to culture, to ourselves, to friends and family, each other, even our own health. And so by having a business like this, I see that it's serving a higher purpose. I get to continue to connect people. One of my things I also do, like here and there, is I actually teach chocolate classes because chocolate is a fun reminder of that we are all connected. If you look at the full history of chocolate and the health benefits of chocolate, the actual dark chocolate, not the sugar, by the way. It's just a fun story in a way that I get to keep connecting people. So whether it's businesses or the individuals that come into our storefront here in, the little town of Pagosa Springs, even with, the employees, we get to have fun connection and it's building a whole culture and leading by example of the world, what the world can be when business is done from a heartfelt place as well as a business place.
I think that's fantastic, and that's really that work-life balance is something that sometimes is it's taken for granted, and it's become more relevant now than I think, let's say, pre-COVID. I think that a lot of times I still get not shocked, but I still get surprised to think about the way that everybody, and including myself, naturally decided how to go to work, how much time to put into work, and everything like that, versus the entire shock to the system to now realize that, and to hear someone who's had that a lot longer, that's a true treasure that you have those memories, and you have that experience, and you've been able to build a life that fit for something that was good for you and your family, and that's something that there's no money in the world that can replace that.
Yeah. Yeah, work should definitely, you should work to live, not live to work. And yeah, there's a balance.
As far as are you guys, as far as shipping and everything like that, are there any places that you cannot ship yet? Or are you exporting and everything like that?
We do a few out of the country here and there, because as soon as it crosses the borders, it does take longer. So chocolate, because we don't use any preservatives in our chocolate, refrigeration is the only preservative, and good chocolate actually crystallizes with huge temperature changes. So if you ever hear of bloomer sales, it's actually a good sign because you're getting good chocolate. It's not stabilized and made shelf stable by weight.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we totally can, and we do. The caramels do a little bit better because, like, even Canada, it'll be like a week or two instead of just a few days for anything in the 50 states. So we absolutely ship all over. In the summer for shipping chocolate, we use ice packs and all that other fun stuff. And if you're across, like on the East Coast, yeah, we definitely recommend paying just a little bit extra for rush 2 or 3 day priority. Yeah, and get it out of your mailbox right away because it will mail like good chocolate should. But no, there's nowhere we can't ship. Some places just take a little longer. So we're cognizant of that in the items we ship. Like the caramels and the jars are fine. And yeah, we know how to use bubble wrap. Absolutely.
That's perfect. Well, and there's the chocolate and everything like that. And I see you, you also have salsas, flavored popcorns, pickles, mustards, really the whole condiment realm and accessories as far as that goes too.
Oh yes. Yeah. Cause like the stuff we make, we like the accessories, like a scone mix to go with your fruit butter or your jam. We've got pumpkin butter and sweet potato butter year round. So, it's great for the holidays, but you don't have to have it only for the holidays. So we do. And it also makes great gift baskets too, cause then you get a nice little assortment of things, spices, spice mixes, blends, specialty teas. We really to carry stuff. Yeah, our goal is to carry stuff that you're not going to find at your local grocery store chain or like the Walmart grocery department. That's, where the specialty comes in.
Yeah, and I think it's going back to with the specialty part and that with your automated gift program, specifically a lot of stuff that I do is cold calling and lead procurement from cold and conversions all the way into the sales. And I really love that program. And I keep going back to it in thoughts that, even from a front end part of the outbound sales, if somebody has a list of clients that they really want to make an impact on because they know it's out of their league or whatever else, you can't get that phone call and can't get past that gatekeeper, sending them this basket and having it land right on their desk in such a digital world, I think could make a huge impact for opening the door to business for other people.
Oh yeah, especially when it's like, okay, somebody actually legitimately signed this card. It wasn't just printed off, the internet order and sent.
And I exactly, and I'm immediately like thinking of that QR code, and I'm like, how many times I'm calling people 15 to 20 times before I can get a hold of them? I could just save a lot of time and money and just send this over there with a QR code that has my introduction on it, and then.
And I guess I could have mentioned too, but even with the specialty food thing. Along with that, we're also finding ways to make, traditional comfort foods and nostalgic foods healthy. So we actually have a vegan sugar-free caramel, which realizing caramel is dairy and sugar. So we made it with no dairy and no sugar, but it still actually tastes really good.
Awesome.
We do. And they're healthy, natural sugar alternatives, not anything. I'm not going to give you cancer instead of diabetes. You're better off with real sugar than aspartame and the other stuff. So it is. If we're going to do something, we're going to do it with full consciousness.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for everything you do. Thank you for sharing your story. And I'm looking forward to driving some traffic your way. Everybody, make sure you check out www.thechokecherrytree.com. Automated gift program, gifts for your friends and family, business associates, future clients, current clients, and employees, and the like. Okay, thanks again, Janelle. You have a great day.
Take care.
Take care. You looking for a way to grow your business, reach new customers, and increase your sales? If so, you need the FreeMind Group, founded in 2008 and a provider of creative and strategic solutions for the food and beverage industry. Whether you need branding, marketing, product development, or innovation, the FreeMind Group can help you achieve your goals and unleash your potential. Visit our website at thefreemindgroup.com and get a free consultation today. Thank you for listening. See you next time.